Welcome back to the podcast here with another episode about physical health. We will be focusing more on the mental aspect as well. I'm here with Jacob and King, and then also a guest as well. How are we doing today, guys?
I'm doing good. Thanks for asking. Glad to be back for another episode to speak on physical and mental health.
Hello, everyone. I'm excited for today's episode. We have a special guest today with us. Everybody give a warm welcome to Vince. How you doing, my man?
Doing good. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, thank you for joining. Let's just jump right into it here. Vince, have you ever used the recreational facilities here at Miami, and what did you enjoy most about them?
I used recreational facilities up when I was at the Oxford campus mostly,
Mm-hmm.
like the rec center, the gym, the swimming pool and stuff. But I haven't used many at the Milltown, Hamilton campus, stuff like that.
Yeah, and I feel like a lot of people relate to that too. Just it's just more convenient to go to that campus, and it's a lot bigger gym, and some people don't even know they could use those Miami, the gym and the basketball courts there as well. So, um,
Yeah, you don't even have to be a student either. You can just pull up there, play basketball, whatever you want to do.
yeah, my freshman year we used those courts a lot there at the Miami Oxford. So
Yeah. Hey Vince, during your time at Miami, did you struggle putting aside time for focusing on your physical health?
When my freshman year, I didn't really do anything physical, really. I was just like straight classes every day, go to sleep, wake up. But as I settled in and figured out what was going on, and I started going to the gym more often. Uh, I started going with you really my junior year the most, and then kind of got consistent after that.
Yep.
I definitely went in like phases too. Uh, I'd say my junior year I was the most active as well, like at least like going and lifting, but outside of that, I,
Me
I
too,
didn't go as
actually.
much. And I bet
And
I bet King was going a lot though.
man, I'm gonna tell you, my early years of college, I wasn't doing much lifting. I was pretty much doing basketball, all basketball on the court work. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So I was real skinny, real frail. It wasn't until I started getting to the gym where my confidence in my game really started to show. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
To get your body right and just get in the gym, get active, it just makes you feel good. That's how I feel about
Yeah.
it. I don't know about
Yeah,
you guys.
totally.
Yeah.
I do have a question for Vince though. Do you have any tips for any students that might be struggling to overcome mental roadblocks while in school?
Yeah, I'd say just going to the gym to relieve any stress you may have. Make sure you're eating right, healthy food, and surround yourself with positive people, friends that you enjoy being around.
Yeah,
That's
I can
very
relate to
nice.
that. Yep.
I couldn't have worded that better myself.
Yeah, I definitely did that last part with the surrounding yourself with like positive people. I wasn't with the best group of people in high school, and when I got to college, that's when I really found out the true friends, the good people who are actually going to help you succeed in life. And with that being
Yeah.
said, it could be the financial side, which we went over last episode, and we're going over next one, and kind of that mental aspect with the physical health, things like that. So
Right. I
Yeah.
think if you surround yourself with the right people, they also push you to go to the gym and eat right. And if you guys are all doing the
Yeah.
same thing, then it makes it a lot easier instead of if you're not hanging out with anybody or you don't have any friends that are on the same path as you, it's hard to go to the gym. It's hard to do everything by yourself. So I think staying around positive people definitely helps.
I definitely agree. I definitely agree. Your team is everything. And being a sports guy, being a part of a team my whole life is something that I just carry throughout my life. It is really important. The people that I've always heard the quote that says, "You're the average of 5 people that you spend the most time with." So, you know, whoever you're surrounded by is the average of who you're becoming. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
If you're surrounding yourself with people who are in the gym or who are making a lot of money, you're bound to become just like them if you put in the work. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and yeah, I think that worked really well. And thank you, Fence, for coming on and sharing your experiences at Miami with us. One thing I did want to bring up today were some tips and tricks that I use personally to stay healthy physically. Personally, for me, on my physical health, I started playing basketball twice a week, going to the gym, changing my diet. I personally believe that changing my diet was the biggest impact on my physical health, and I bet anyone can agree with that as well. Dieting is probably 75% of the path to take when trying to change your body type, anything like that. So it's all about getting in that rhythm and starting to have that schedule you stick to.
Yeah, I
Oh,
think
I'd
yeah.
also like to add, like, if you want to improve your life, like getting in the gym, eating right, but you're like nervous or whatever, getting in
Yeah.
the gym, you never been there before. I can relate to that. Like in high school, I was like super skinny. When I graduated, I was like 115 pounds. Never been to the gym before in my life. So like for sports, they always encourage you to get in the gym, lift, but I would never. It wasn't mandatory. It was like volunteer to do it on your own time.
Mm-hmm.
But I would never do it because I was always scared for some reason, like nervous because I'd never been in there before. I'm super skinny. I can't lift giant weights. But as I get older and I don't really care about that stuff anymore, I
Yeah.
started and kind of realized that everyone there is just trying to improve themselves. They're not there to judge other people. And for the most part, everyone's pretty supportive and encouraging to pretty much anyone that's going.
Yeah, and helpful too. I mean, if you don't know how to use a machine, just ask someone. Like
Yeah.
they definitely know. Everyone's been in that position before. Like Vince said in high school, he was skinnier. I was skinny too. I was very tall and skinny, so it looked really bad on me. And I didn't start lifting until after. And I just remember people coming up to me in the gym asking if I regret not getting in shape when I was in high school. Yeah, I do regret it. So I'm glad I can, at least in college, kind of get bigger. So and healthier.
Yeah. And I could definitely agree with what you said, Vince. Like when you do go to the gym, a lot of people probably feel like when they go in there, it's a bunch of people, like especially the ones who never really lift like that. When they go in the gym, there's probably an intimidation factor. Like everybody's in here so much bigger than me. All these
Yeah.
eyes are on me. People are looking at me. But what you really have to understand is that everybody's journey is different. So, like Vince said, everybody is in there trying to work on themselves. Nobody's in there trying to judge the next person. So you got to start somewhere. Never be afraid to start small. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the key to success, and that's something that I've learned, is the key to, making progress is just being consistent in the moves that you make. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's so important to have a schedule and a routine that you create for yourself, to find times to be able to work out and to be able to, work on your finances or anything. But me personally, I journal all of my goals into a calendar every day, and I write down my workout. I write down my meal plans, everything, my food, because your diet is everything. It's the fuel that helps your body perform. So whatever you put into your body plays a huge role in what you'll be able to do. And eating right, drinking water, eating solid, lean food. Those things are important if you really want to, change your diet and your body and start your own personal fitness journey. You guys get what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think having a schedule or a routine is super important for any busy college student. I think it can just help mentally with knowing what needs to be done. It can give you that peace of mind. I think if you don't follow a schedule or routine, it can be very difficult, like doing what you need to do, and that's how you start procrastinating anything that you do, like schoolwork or going to the gym, etc.
Yeah.
Something that helped me personally was I wrote down everything that I need to get done that next day, the night before, and then as you go on that day, you can just check off everything that you do, and it
Yep.
just makes that whole day easier.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Biggest thing is probably staying disciplined. And that's why you mentioned earlier it's good to have other people who are trying to do the same thing, and it keeps you honest. Like, some days you may like want to skip or you don't feel like it. Having another person that you do that thing with that can sometimes keep you going even if you don't feel like going that day.
Right.
Yeah, it's people holding you accountable is very important. So I couldn't agree more. Last episode, we didn't really mention much about the Middletown campus. Personally, I have never been there because I never lived out towards that campus. So I always took Miami Hamilton campuses and took asynchronous courses. So, but I know, King, you've been there a few times, haven't you?
Oh yes, I actually have. I've actually played against Miami Middletown 4 times in my college basketball career as a Miami Hamilton basketball player. But if you aren't careful, you could easily miss their gym. It's hidden in the back of their campus on the Miami Middletown campus. But they do have 2 indoor basketball courts and a weight room inside of the gym, and it's open to the student body to utilize. If you're ever in the Middletown area and you want to exercise, check out the Miami University Middletown Regional Campus. But other than that, Grant, Jake, Vince, does anyone have any other topics they want to discuss before we get out of here?
I think we covered everything. We want to thank Vince for coming on and joining our podcast.
Yes, sir.
We hope we were helpful and we were able to give you some insight on these topics, and we hope you all enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Vince, again.